For me, when I had thoughts of unique Alaska terrain, it wasn't the mountains that circle Anchorage. My first run-in with the Alaska I had in my head happened when the crew arrived in Juneau for celebration. The waterfront, yes, adorned by a rotating schedule of cruise ships, but with a quaint and quirky downtown that will not be overshadowed. And what you didn't find by the water, you find in the green hills. The air in Juneau just hits different. Beyond being the capital of Alaska, we're here in Juneau for a reason. It's celebration.
So every other year in Juneau, there is celebration, and it is our modern day potlatch. And that is a time for our community to come together in song and dance, procession. It feels very ceremonial. It feels like a big family reunion.
Okay, let's backtrack. You have to meet Alyssa properly. Or maybe you've seen her before as an NBC News correspondent, ambassador for the Sealaska Heritage Center, or for being a former Miss Alaska in 2017's Miss USA pageant.
When you grow up mixed race and you're trying to communicate to your classmates who you are, because people ask you, that from when you're little, then when I would tell them that I was Tlingit, they didn't know what that was. And so it made it so that throughout my whole life, it just is something that I wanted people to know about, and I used pageants as a way to do that.
Indigenous, First Nation, Natives. In the year that I've become more entrenched in this work, I've heard them all. As a student to this culture that isn't mine, naturally, I don't want to botch this. So how do you know who to designate as what is the question?
I think Indigenous pertains to Native people of anywhere in the whole world.
Got it.
Whereas Alaska Native pertains, of course, to the Native people of Alaska, and American Indian pertains to those tribes in the lower 48, and First Nations pertains to tribes in Canada. Culture is so much about the smell, the touch, and then the feeling of space. And it wasn't even that long ago that you could come to Juneau and barely see any homage or any imagery that would show that this is Tlingit land.
Right.
And now it's just, when you come to Sealaska Heritage Institute with the Art Plaza and this whole central area of downtown Juneau, I'm just really proud that you really know that this is Tlingit Ani, this is Tlingit land.
One of the only women-owned whale-watching tour companies in the state, Jayleen started working as crew on her father's boats when she was 12. Much respect to Jayleen and her company that has done what no one has done before. Got me out in the middle of the open waters looking for whales. I just never thought I'd be out here spotting whales. Equal parts invigorating and terrifying, at least at first. Because after we spotted our first whale, I was hooked.